going on, Zach? I was trying to get everything taken care of. Had to rush to take a shower real quick because when I go in there late at night, I wake the kids up. So we got good Wi-Fi in the garage tonight, so that's good. We might have a Fox Buddy part that I might be giving away because I don't know if it's going to work for me. Let me show you. Oh, God. I've kind of bent it a little bit. But this radiator deflector or whatever the heck you want to call this thing, it did not fit right over my it didn't fit right over my radiator mounts. I was actually impinging on it, so I wasn't able to use it. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Let's see. Let me get this thing looking right. My laptop's so gonna fall. It's a bad plan. There we go. These cars are dirty. What's up, Anthony? Ken? Bam, what's going on? Yep. Both cars are finally free. We took our first camping trip this past weekend. Got that thing out of my driveway. So I drove the Fox to work today. And yeah. Other than leaking oil like a sieve, it's running good. I'm hoping it's just leaking from the oil pan drain plugs because it's leaking pretty good. And I got a new plug, but I got to go buy one more. And those injectors, the two injectors on that thing make a lot of noise. It almost sounds like an exhaust leak, but I'm like 99% sure it's the injectors. Those injectors got to go though. I got to get that Holly cleaned up and then figure out how to install that thing because that's the route I need to go. But I don't think I can put that Holly on. I don't think I can put that Holly on with all the with the drive setup that I got here. So the accessory drive belts, I got 3 belts, and that's like the T-Bird setup. So I might need to completely rework the front of that motor. It all depends. That's a question for 4 Blue. What you been up to, Anthony? I've been busy with work stuff. Yeah, I realized I don't have a chair in my garage right now because it's in my camper. So here we are standing under my son's hockey net. But the Wi-Fi signal is really good right here, so there we go. Events, yeah, man. Yeah, you got a pretty cool shirt worked up for your canards and cars and canards. Yeah, I wish I could say I was going to a bunch of events. We actually had there was a cool event here recently. So the way it's set up here in Jacksonville, there's a drag strip, and literally right next door is a circle track. So they did a cars and coffee at the circle track where you park on the track, And then later in the day, they did a drag racing event, I believe. I think they were doing roll racing. So that's actually really got me piqued my interest. So I need to get the brakes changed on the Boss ASAP because I want to get the Boss on the drag strip for some stuff. How'd your event go, Anthony? Did it go great? What's up, Fatboy Fox? Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, actually, I really like it here. I'm happy I'm here for a few more years. I'm definitely hoping to do some more stuff. It's just, I mean, you guys know what I do for a living, so it all depends on what's going on. That's good, man. I'm glad it worked out for you, man. I definitely want to do one of my things that I want to do so bad is I definitely want to get some track time with an instructor. Matter of fact, I need to call. I keep calling. I've been calling Skip Barber Racing like every month. They tell me to call back the next month. They don't have the intro to racing classes listed yet for this year, or they hadn't last time I called. But I've also found out that I might not have to go to Connecticut. I might be able to go to like Road Atlanta or like VIR or something like that. So I'm waiting for them to publish those dates so I can schedule mine. So I'm going to do that this summer for sure. And what I'll probably do now is if I can get my dad to go with me, maybe have him tow my camper and we just stay in the camper and I'll drive the Boss up. Or I'll just take my camper. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people. Looking back at it, I really wish I'd taken the guy up. There's a guy I knew in Virginia, and he was another Boss owner. He reached out to me to try and get me on VIR on the track at VIR, and he said it was only going to be, I think it was like $120 or something. Man, it was like dirt cheap, and I had just had my second kid, just bought the Boss, and I didn't want to mess around with it, didn't want to wreck it, and I chickened out. And also, like, it's no bueno when you just have a kid and you abandon it constantly with misses. But I'm happy now that my cars are free and ready and available to get worked on. The temperatures are starting to go up. We're hitting we had 76 today. Super nice. Drove with the top down. Might take it again tomorrow. Might take the Boss. Not sure. Yeah, it was cheap, man. Super cheap. It was a buddy of mine. He was just getting me in for the friend price. But yeah, man, I'm ready to get working on these things. Like I definitely need to get. I don't know why I was pushing up like that. I definitely need to get the Fox worked on, but still inching towards my goal for the supercharger, slowly but surely. We're getting there. And I tell you what, I started doing those camper videos, and I know you guys don't watch those things, but man, they're helping. They are definitely helping. It always helps when you get it's the most bought camper there is, and I have the newest version, and I was the first one to put a video up on it, so that's helping, and hopefully it'll push us to our supercharger one day, or help at least get there. Ah, okay. Cool, man. Anthony, dude, I hope you do big things, dude. I'm rooting for you, my friend. Just remember us small types. When you have your own freedom factory. Let's see who we got in here. We got 10 people in here now. I think people are shocked that I started on time. I think that's what's going on. I was trying to get in car mobs yesterday, but we just got back from Myrtle Beach, and I had to go store my camper in its storage lot, and it took longer than I thought. We had a whole bunch of stuff to put away. But yeah, I got to detail these cars. Oh, for sure, Anthony. For sure, man. You know, I got big aspirations, but like right now, like I think the goal of earning a supercharger from YouTube, that's like big time for me. Because I can't pay for that out of my pocket right now. No, I'm not going to pits. It's too late for that. I will be out in Gatlinburg sometime this summer. So I will go out to Gatlinburg this summer, but I'm not going to be there for Ponies and Smokies. So I mean, maybe I could catch the other show that's out there, whatever it's called, Mustangs in the Mountains. I don't remember what it was. I know you were there. Oh yeah, for sure, man. And I'd love to have a VMP. Like honestly, I wouldn't be really any of the top name brands. I wouldn't be picky, but like I am kind of going after a Paxton. I think. Not yet, Ken. I'm trying to schedule one on base because it's like a hell of a deal. Like you cannot beat the deal when military campgrounds can't beat them. It's like $35 a night. It's a good deal. But I'm trying to schedule it. Tried it today, and I got put on hold. And then they said leave a message. We'll call you back. And then it said the voicemail was full and hung up on me. So Pro Charger. That's right, Brad. Pro Charger. I might be leaning Pro Charger now. Sorry, Brad reminded me. And there's a reason I might be leading Pro Charger because I talked to another boss owner who's selling his kit, and it's actually a really great price. If I had the money right now, I would go and buy it. I'd drive. I think it's like a 5-hour drive. I'd go drive and pick it up. But the guy who had it was running it on his boss. And he was making like mid-7s, I believe. What's up, dudes with wrenches, man? Yeah, well, Pro Charger is awesome, but the one thing that concerns me is that a couple of the reviews I read, if you look at the motor configuration, right? When you got the Pro Charger on there, it sits like way over where that filter is, and the bracket just holds it out there. And so I'm just a little bit concerned because I was hearing that puts a lot of stress on the crankcase up front, and I just don't want to. I don't want to have any issues, So, Pinks, Brad, welcome, sir. So we do have a cool video coming up, guys. I'm waiting on the guy to get the work done. It's going to be like I'm not going to be present in this video. I'm going to do the intro and the outro, but I have there's a Boss 302 owner, and I have to show this. I have to show it. So I told him to like get me what he can. There's a Boss 302 owner who's getting a legit NASCAR boom tube exhaust put on his car, and it's freaking sick. Actually, I got a picture. I'm gonna show you guys. It's getting mocked up right now, but I'm really excited to hear what it's gonna sound like. I think it might sound like dog crap because it's gonna be really loud, but it might also sound awesome. Who knows? Let's see. I took this picture. Okay. So yeah, here we go. That's them mocking it up, the boom tube exhaust. And it really did get me thinking. I started doing some searches near me because I'm in NASCAR USA here, and that one's available here near me. Now, I don't know if I'd marry that up to the exhaust on the Boss. I would try it, I think, just to see what it sounded like, because I've already cleaned up exhaust before. I could restore that easy. But I was also thinking about the Fox body and how stupid loud that'd be. Hey, Nate, what's going on, my friend? I got a part-time job after school doing body work at the shop here in Sneeds Ferry. Worn out, going 6 days a week with school too. I hear you, Ken. What's up, Frank? What's up, Tim? How you doing, sir? But yeah, I got a lot of videos I still owe you guys, and I keep talking about it every week. We got to do the draggy videos for both cars, 0 to 60. We're going to find out if the Boss is at least twice as fast as the Fox body to 60, which I believe it will be. And then what I'm actually curious of is, can the Fox body outrun my daily driver, that freaking monster of a Toyota Sequoia? Nah, dudes, they sound awesome. Come on. Oh, you're waiting on the Fox body time. Well, now I can get like a legit time with the Draggy. The Draggy should. I'm pretty excited. I haven't played with it at all. Like, I should have already done it in the daily just to mess around with it. And I've got an old cell phone that I'm going to marry to it. So I'm ready to try it out for sure. And then sitting right here next to me, I've got the Flowmasters from Brad. And that I'm really eager to get that, but I want to make sure I do that video right. That's actually probably going to take more time filming than I anticipated, because I could easily, like, just in my garage, I could easily, like, or not in my garage, outside on the driveway, I could easily, rev the Roushes, exchange the Flowmasters, rev those, and call it quits. But like, I want to strap a camera right above the exhaust and just rip on it and see what it sounds like. And if I could, I'd love to get a drive-by video, but I'm not going to, like, the best I can do is like a side street, like a small side street that's wide open. That's actually pretty much a private road that I know about. And I put my son there and I go by, I'll probably get maybe 40. I mean, it won't even be that fast, but you get the dig sound. Well, the Fox, man, has the laziest shifts ever. So I have to manually shift it, or it's going to take forever. And when the carbon buildup gets bad, the thing chokes. Oh, there's something else I wanted to say. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So for you Fox body types, I might be giving this thing away. I got it for Christmas, but it doesn't clear my radiator holder right there. This thing, like, it actually sticks up, so I couldn't even close the hood. So we may be giving away this, like, radiator deflector cover, whatever the heck you call this thing. It was supposed to be for the Fox body. It's a UPR product, I believe. I think it is. I can't remember. I got it for Christmas, though. I don't know, Brad. We'll see. We'll see. Because they were back in the day when I got my SLP loudmouths. SLP loudmouths are essentially muffler delete. So I'm curious to see how much if they can be any louder than a muffler delete. I think they could be deeper for sure, because you got that resonation chamber in there, small resonation chamber. So I'm imagining they're probably deeper than SLPs, but I'm curious if they could be any louder. Probably one of the things I have on the to-do list this year is, I think I am going to delete the resonators. I think we'll get rid of them. I still have the cats, and we'll see where that goes. Oh, Ken. Well, the motor's sitting right over there under a Boss 302 fender mat and a plastic coating covered in Marvel Mystery Oil. I coat it down every few weeks. Um, it needs to get to the machine shop, and I haven't even like priced it out. So I need to price that out. The problem is like I mean I've been very open about how I do my projects here on the channel from the get go. Like the projects go as fast as I'm able to get income for it. Right. I don't spend my money that I get from work on my cars. Those go for family stuff. But anything that like the ad revenue gets from the views and stuff like that, I put back in the channel. That's how I do some of those like giveaways with like the the Fox body struts, and the various million Boss 32 models I got, and other things like that. Um, but I've kind of been cheating. I kind of said that I was gonna split the revenue from the channel and put half towards the Fox, half towards the Boss. Well, I've gotten impatient for the Boss, so I've just kind of been putting it all into the the supercharger fund. And so the Fox body motor has kind of been neglected. It's been sitting there. But a buddy of mine told me about a machine shop. So what I'll probably do is take the pictures I have of the water jacket bolt that's broken and call them, see if I can text them the photo and have them shoot me a number. Because I mean, there's no harm in that, and go from there. Yeah, Tim, I hear you, man. I'm exhausted. I'm tired too. You can probably tell I'm pretty tired. What kind of cars have you been working on, Ken? But yeah, what I really want to do is, do the 0 to 60 times, but I definitely want to get to the strip and do the draggy at the strip and see how it compares to the time slips. Yeah, I can do that. I had a buddy recommend somebody, or recommend a shop. Because after talking with MJI, I don't think I'm going to send the motor to get machined. I think we're just going to bolt her back together. But I'm also missing a lot. I'm missing a lot of stock Fox body parts and that I need. So I got to buy stuff. Oh, man, I am tired. Hey, Gary, what's going on, sir? What's up, Chad? Yeah, so I think I will give this away. I think we have another giveaway coming too, potentially courtesy of Broke Brad there, and we'll talk about that when it gets here. So he's graciously given something for us to give away that I think we'll give away. I think our next big giveaway is going to be 5,000 whenever that happens, assuming we get there. Everybody saying, hey, Barbecue Mike. Man, I need a drink. I should have brought something out here. Yeah, but I got to change these. I've been putting it off because I could change the Boss brakes and rotors in my garage at night. But I've been putting it off because I wanted to do a video where I also painted the Brembo calipers, and I'm not painting that in the garage right next to. Oh, I guess I could. It's rub on, but I talked about I got the Duplicolor kit, and I want to make sure I get it glossy so I can put on the Brembo sticker, which I gotta find those too. They're in here somewhere. Oh my God. That's my biggest failure on this channel, guys. I failed all the first 2,000 subscribers. I failed you hard because promises were made to me as well, and they've not happened. But it'll happen at some point, Tim. What's more likely to happen? What I want to get a video of, just to have a video and say we did it, is I want Bailey to drive the Fox body here while I'm driving that, and so we can say the whole family was out cruising together. I think that'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Mike. Yeah, that's smart. But I'm not spray. The only spray I should be using. So here's the kit I got, right? Oh God, my Fox body is too close to my kids' cars. Hold on, guys. I needed to make some room up there. I couldn't fit. I'm too fat. Oh, cool. It comes with caliper cleaner. That's even better. So here's the kit I got. It's the Duplicolor caliper paint kit. And it's rub-on. I'm just worried it's not going to be as like glossy as I'd like. So I think I want to get some high temp clear, if there is such a thing, which I imagine there is, because there's paint, like there's something for every application. And so I think I'm going to paint this stuff on. We'll put the Brembo decals on, and then we'll clear coat over it with high temp. So Chuck, oh God. I was worried I heard the Fox body hit the garage door, but that did not happen. We're good. But yeah, I do have a Mustang video coming down the pipe. It's a video of my dad's car, kind of me detailing it a little bit. It was like a rushed detailing job, so it's not even like a good one. Like I was doing the best I could with what little time I had. But video of that coming. I do have another camping video as far as like everything that went wrong with the camper on its first get go, because since it's 2023, people are going to want to know that kind of stuff. And I think that video is going to do pretty well and continue to help with the blower situation there. Yeah, VHT is what I've been using. That's what I use to restore the old headers, the Fox body headers. So that's what I was going to look for. What Mad Motorhead say? Oh, shoot, I missed this. Sorry, Chad. So my car's in the shop now. Evidently, it was a buyback that was supposed to be repaired but wasn't. Sold at auction. Dang, that stinks, Chad. Man, that's a Carvana type thing, man. That's a Carvana move right there. That's what that is. Ask me how I know. Latest update from the shop is they ordered a fusible link that was fried. Then they tried to track down the real issue. Oh, okay. What's going on, Stupid Fast Truck? Saying hey to everybody. I just say hello, everyone. I don't type out everybody's name. Yeah, Chad, that stinks, man. What's going on? You can't handle the truth. How you doing? That's a good question there, Stupid Fast. What's up, Sublime? caught up. Yeah, we're starting to get our nice weather here, so I need to spend like a full day completely detailing both the cars because they are not gross, but they're not pretty either. They're just dirty. You know what, guys? Let's see. What else did I want to talk about before I set this live? Oh yeah, Mike, where are you going? Where are you going through? So for 2023, I'm thinking I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get the motor. You know, the goal is obviously I'd like to get the motor swapped for the Fox before Foxtoberfest. However, I'm also want to get the blower as soon as I can for the Boss. I think there's a path to having it by the end of the year, potentially, if I can find a good deal on one. So I'm really leaning hard into that. But there's other things I can do with the Fox that, you know, are just, you know, they're reasonably priced. They're reasonable. So like I've got the Super 10, Flowmaster Super 10s. I'm looking hard at putting the Super 10s on. And if you weren't in here earlier, I did find a pretty sick boom tube set up. It's like 2 hours from me, but the guy wants like $400 for it. I'll tell you what, Dr. Gas is proud of their product. Pretty ridiculous side exhaust right there. If you think about how long that has to be. Mebane, you're going through Mebane? Mebrain, I think you mean Mebane, right? Huh, that's crazy. Yeah, there you go, Ken. That's kind of how I look at it, man. Well, you get one of those Turbo Civics, Ken. I've had my feelings hurt by a 9-second Civic in my Boss. No, he lined up next to me. I knew I was toast. Like, he had a big fat tire up front. I knew there was no hope. Oh, that's very, Victor, that's awesome, man. It's very nice of you, sir. Yeah. I mean, we got a good core group of people here. Everybody's super helpful. And I love when people share their knowledge with me, for sure. Oh, for sure, Chad, man. What if they tried to blame it all on you? Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff, man. I got a bunch of things I still need to buy for. So I basically took, you know, for Christmas when there's certain tools I get that I just kind of like put away and I don't really use. Like I've got a bunch of socket sets. So I took like a big Pittsburgh one I got from Harbor that my parents or someone got me from Harbor Freight. I threw that in my camper, so it's nice to have everything I need out there. But I still need. I keep finding things I need in here. You know, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and open the stream because I think I've said everything I needed to say in the beginning. I'm just excited to get these cars out and about. All right, stream is open, folks. Let me just pin it real quick. Oh, why is it doing this to me? I'm gonna have to mute myself. Oh, sorry, muted. Good. If you don't mind, everybody, please hit that like button. as it does help us out. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to click that. Chad, you know, man, if I had the money, I would, but then I'd have to get the rest of the kit since your S550 set up. Thanks.
Hey, what's up?
All right, missed your birthday, man. I was out camping with the family, but happy belated birthday.
Totally fine. Totally fine. I'd have missed it too if people hadn't told me about it.
Dude, Paul the Fox's new Fox body is beautiful. Holy cow. And apparently he's got a new one he's about to reveal here this week.
Yeah.
Curious how long he keeps it, though. Miss Sally had hers for like only a couple months last time.
I couldn't. I just I don't run through cars that fast like I used to.
Well, I've had that red car since January 2017. I still have no interest in getting rid of it. I don't think I'll ever have interest in getting rid of it. Now, the Fox body, I've hemmed and hawed a few times at selling it. Not because I don't love it or anything. Like, I love having the father-son project. I just saw opportunities for other things.
Yeah. I think I bought my Mustang. I bought that in like March of 17.
Yeah. No, I hear you, Eris, man. You do what you got to do, my friend. But yeah, I was, we did it. So I said we ddid our camping trip. The wife already wants a bigger camper. We both do, actually. We did buy we bought a small one, but that's fine. Like it works. It's just we got to the campground and it was like cold and raining. So her first impression of it was her and all the kids and all the dogs crammed in the camper while I'm setting it up, rather than, the kids playing and just hanging out outside while I'm setting it up. So not a positive first feel, but we had fun while we were out there, though.
Okay.
I've already gotten the blessing for a new truck, though, but I'm going to put that in my back pocket for when I can actually do that. I don't want to buy one right now anyway.
I just found a camper or a trailer I wish I had been for sale when I bought the one I have.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it costs less than the one I bought. It's closer, and it's got everything I want on it. But
what do you, Chad, have you driven a Kona? Just like have you ever driven a Kona at all? I've never been in the Kona N, so I'll say that. But I had a Kona loaner car, and it was an uncomfortable car. I was not comfortable at all. I hated every bit of it. Now, I'm not saying the Kona N's not different, because it might have some specialty seats or something, but I did not like it at all. And I don't have anything against Hyundais. I like some of the Hyundais, like those Genesis. They're pretty sick. They're fun. Sorry, Mike, if I cut you off.
No, I just wish they had stopped making the Veloster when they came out with the N, because the Veloster N was actually a decent car.
Yeah. Well, they've been talking about it for years. That they were. I test drove a few Hyundais over the years, and I never bought one. But the salesman always said that they were going to make a 400 horsepower Genesis coupe, and they never did.
Yeah. They should have. They could have.
When that came out, man, that thing was pretty quick. I mean, it was pretty. It was a huge jump from the Tiburon to the Genesis.
Well, the Tiburon was a much nicer car in Korea. Most of the ones I saw in Korea were much nicer. And most of them were way faster.
Yeah.
But I like the Tiburon. So that was a car I actually liked. I just never owned one. And I do like the Genesis. I like the Genesis.
I hear you, Chad. Chad, please don't think I'm not crapping on your choice, man. I apologize if it came out like that. I just said I drove a base model one from Enterprise, and I'm a big guy, and I was super uncomfortable the entire trip I had to drive.
Yeah. Oh, I've never been in a Kona. I've seen them. That's about it. I saw the Kona N on the website.
I'm gonna have to Google it. I don't even know what the Kona N looks like.
Basically like a Kona, but sportier. It's kind of like, an ST and RS for, the Focus.
Okay. How much power do these things have?
I don't remember. I looked it up one time, and when I was looking at the new N line they had coming out.
It says 276 horsepower, 289 foot-pounds torque. That's pretty quick for that little thing.
But now look at the engine size. Isn't that the 1.6 or a 1.8 liter?
I have no idea. I'm trying to see.
I think it is a small. It's a small motor, isn't it?
It says it's a straight engine, so I'm imagining it's a four-banger. Well, I mean, obviously it's not telling me. Let me see. Hey, what's up, MJ?
I'm trying to find it. The Hyundai Kona N. 2 liter. Oh, it's 2 liter.
Yeah, I didn't mind the second gen Tiburon. The first gen, though, that was horrible.
Oh, it does have an 8-speed wet DCT in it, though.
There was like some, I don't know if it was Hyundai. I think it was. Hyundai was like replacing, they had like, I think they had like some bunch of recalls to replace motors completely in some of their cars. And so people will go like hunting for a used car that's got a blown motor and they'll take it to Hyundai and get a brand new one.
Oh, must be nice. That's kind of like the guys doing the 6.0 swaps by renting the van.
U-Hauls, yeah.
U-Haul.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of those people got caught.
That's good. I hope so.
Yeah, they're not. They had records. They knew when things weren't the same. They do actually check them in. Because the 4.3 is not strong enough to run that van.
The Kona. So I'm looking at the Kona. The front of the Kona N looks a lot like that smaller Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, you think?
To me, it does. Like the light setup.
I'm trying to open it up, but my phone's being slow because I don't know. My phone's being slow, or Hyundai USA is being really slow. 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty.
3-year, 30. That's it.
Yep.
Hyundai used to have 100,000 mile one.
Used to.
Huh.
They have definitely changed that.
That says something right there.
Well, I think that might just be for the N series too.
Oh.
They look pretty decent to me. I don't hate them. I mean, it's an SUV. I'd rather have a smaller hatch, or it's a crossover, I should say.
Oh, that's crazy, Stupid Fast. Stupid Fast is saying that they don't have immobilizers. So, like, if you remote start your car, your Hyundai, someone can get in it and drive away, and they can actually get away because the car won't stop.
Well, you could steal my Mustang if or if we remote started the Mustang.
Yeah.
You can get in and drive away with it on mine. I can't remote start mine, but I can walk away with the keys with it running. Somebody can take off with it. And as long as they keep it running, it'll stay started. And then if they shut it down, they have so much time to turn it back on before it dies again.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid. Now the automatics is a different story. They lock out. You can't put them in gear.
Matt, can I see you, man?
My truck does the same thing. If it's started and you don't have the key in there, it's not going in gear.
Yeah.
So I have a good joke, but I'm going to save it for a little bit deeper in, maybe towards the end.
You don't know. We might be towards the end right now, for all you know.
Oh my gosh!
All right, is that the bus driver right here?
No, that's the sub-bus resident.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, they barely know how to drive, Victor.
Yeah, I agree with you, super fast. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, never mind. I don't want to get political talking.
MJI.
I'll drop it. Oh, I don't have to say anything. They said it for me. Yeah, I was trying to get on the live last night, but freaking, we got home super late. I had to put my RV in storage and make sure I set everything up right. I don't know, like the lot that I put it on a lot on base, and I don't know if people steal batteries or anything, so I had to disconnect everything. And
Apparently, I'm going to need to go make all my lives private.
Really?
Yeah, because freaking one of them got taken down from YouTube, and I was talking to Ken. And he's like, "Dude, your streams go all over the place. If I were you, I'd just make them all private."
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, yours and mine do too.
Yeah.
What do you mean go all over the place? Like
topics.
Topics, some that YouTube doesn't like, and they.
Yeah, YouTube gave me a warning and took one of my streams and basically removed it.
No, I try and keep it clean.
We didn't think anything. Well, I wasn't in that one, amazingly.
I don't associate with vagrants.
Speaking of vagrants, oh God, I wish I could take credit for this. So there's a sign you need to put next to the Calumet Stage 3 for the mice as they walk by. All right. And it reads, Calumet Stage 3, open concept, accepts pets, no smoking upon credit approval.
I mean, you want to see it? I can uncover it for you. It's sitting right here.
Be careful.
Mice.
Don't want to disturb the families.
I'm sure
Later,
spiders
Ken.
there too.
Later, East Coast. Have a good one, man.
Guys,
Yeah, Mike, what I may do is leave them up for a couple days and then make them private. So anybody that wants to rewatch them the next day or two can.
yeah, I actually get some views on my rewatches.
See, the problem is I don't know how long ago the stream was. They told me what the title of the stream was, but it's I think the title of the stream was Late Night Party, but I've also got Late Night Shit Talk. I've got Late Night Hangout. You know what I mean? So
Late Night Party.
I got hit. So it's there's some weird things happening. So like I got a couple copyright hits on videos I made when I started the channel, and the intro music I got. Was it from? I don't remember. I thought it was from YouTube, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was from the app I was using. I don't know. But they've been up for 2 years or a year and a half now or whatever it has been, and never had issues till just now.
Oh, and then they send you a warning or something about it, or saying something wrong?
Send me a warning. It said they're not monetizing it, or they're not, it's not a hit on me or anything. They're just warning me. But like the thing is, like a lot of those older videos, I made some of them private because they're really cringy.
Yeah.
And I like watching them with my kids because that's what it was for. But like, I don't need to be up there. Nobody watches the MG stuff. So if it's like a crappy MG video that doesn't help, like I got MG videos that are helpful and that are helping people that people do still watch. And so I leave those up. I think
right now I can hear MGB Chuck saying, "Oh, crappy MGB videos." Okay.
No, but when I started out, that's what my whole channel was. And
I know.
And so some of those videos, like I was learning how to talk to a camera. So some of them are pretty like even my most popular MG video, which still gets views, was the freaking flux core welder one, right? With the floor pans. And I was watching that and I was like, Lord, man, I cannot talk to save my life.
What's Rumble, David? And Victor, you know how mine are. They're like that Rush song, Fly By Night.
I don't know what that is.
Did I get a new blow-off valve? What?
You never heard of Rush, Fly By Night? Well, never mind. That was a dumb question.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I know you have, Pinks. It's just an age thing.
If it's Rush, I've heard it.
Yeah.
Was it that bad, Stu? Hey, you know what, Stu Fast? I told you this is a low budget show here. Okay, you got to make videos. You got to make videos where we can.
Yeah, it's weird.
As long as they don't try and recoup any money they've already paid me.
So Matt or Chad, what do you talk about? New blow-off valve? Is there from? Oh, you're talking. Never mind. You're talking about me blowing my nose. I just figured it out. I'm losing it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I mean they can just pop up randomly, Nate. That's true. Oh God, my back.
I made one video that got a copyright on it because of the music I used, and it was music that was on the software I was using, which was from Sony, and I thought it was free for use.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. What you got going on there?
What? Oh, in the car?
Yeah.
I got to stop tomorrow and pick my plastic up so I can paint the door handles.
So I got a question. Maybe you know. Do you have one of these on your car?
No, I do not. I thought about getting me a black one.
Because I thought that it would work on a Fox body is a Fox body and it would work, and it does not work on mine.
It's supposed to.
Maybe I don't know if it's like the radiator. Maybe I'm mounting it wrong. I doubt it though, because it's supposed to go over the. This part should be going over the freaking holder for the radiator, and it doesn't fit. I don't know.
NPR?
UPR, I think.
Oh. No, you just go right over.
Yeah, it doesn't fit. It sticks up. I'll probably if I can't figure out a way to make it work, I'm probably just gonna give it away.
Right. Well, I got a fiberglass cow hood, so I'm not sure on that one.
I got you. I'm hoping to get a cow hood at some point.
Okay.
This thing, it's just super fast. It's just a radiator cover thing, I think is what it's called. I don't know. But I could not get it mounted up right, and I actually got slight kinks where the bolts go because I was ronking it down a little too hard.
Get yourself one of them ball peen hammers. That'll fix it.
That was a Christmas present I just never put on. Does anyone have an 80s F-150 5.0? Oh, yeah, 302. Might even work with other years. I don't know what other years would be, but I got a water pump for an 85 F-150 a long time ago that I'm never going to use. And it's not worth anything, so I'm just trying to get rid of it.
What, are you talking about the cover?
No, I'm talking about a water pump.
Oh.
Water pump? I don't think that'll fit on my Focus, so never mind.
I still have the water pump that came out of my 96 Cobra.
Well, I have an aftermarket aluminum one. I bought an eBay 3-pass radiator. Here, let me pop
Yeah, I picked sounds like you're getting sick over there.
Oh, I sound like this all the time.
Say what?
I sound like this all the time.
Bama, did you see MJI asked if you're bringing that Fox to Ford takeover?
I can't see none of the comments.
Oh,
That's
MJI
what
asked if,
I kept trying to get on. I keep forgetting. I got to unhook it from the TV in the shop before I can get on.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you.
so MJI asked if you're bringing that Fox to Ford takeover.
Man, I wish.
I'll probably just
I'm
do a
trying.
giveaway super fast. I'll probably give it away. I got a couple things that I think are going to give away here soonish.
My wastegate valve with direct dump. Oh my god. Don't want to be there when that thing dumps.
Nope.
Yeah, my Fox body right now is leaking like a sieve. I drove it to work, and the oil looks clean because it keeps getting new oil.
Oh, lovely. I hate when that happens.
So it's
Well, it's
leaking
like
oil?
Yeah, I think it's leaking from a I think it's leaking from a drain plug. But if it's not, then because maybe the gasket's just worn out, or the
So-
whatever the heck it is, the crushable ring is worn out. But if it's not that, then it's probably the rear seal.
Do you have like a piece of plywood or a rug that you like put underneath the car in the spot where it leaks so it doesn't keep going on the floor?
No, man, I got one of those big old catch pans from Advance Auto. I got two of them. They're lined up just to make sure I catch everything.
Big
Do they
flat
like stay in
metal
place? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Pinks.
What's up, waste of talent?
one? I was saying the big flat metal ones that look kind of like large cookie sheets.
Yeah, it was like I think it's called Flow Tools, the company.
Yeah.
And I got it for like $7 from Advance Auto, buying it online because they always had like coupons. I think the one day I got it, it was like 40% off or something crazy like that.
What's up, Brian? So do those pans stay in place and you just drive over them when you back it in and out, or do you have to
I
move
just
every
leave them
time?
there, and I know how far to pull forward my garage, and so it just catches it every time.
All right, there you go.
I just got to remember to empty it out like every couple months.
Yeah, they don't hold a lot. So
Maybe you can get to a point where you can just start recycling it through.
Yeah.
Almost like a what do they call it? An oil fountain as opposed to a water fountain.
I was supposed to have removed my oil pan the other day and done the balance shaft delete until I realized that the oil pan is part of the main boss at the end of the engine that it's being held onto the engine stand with.
I don't know if you guys were in here earlier when I showed showed this. I'm gonna do a video on this for a guy. If we're gonna get to it.
So, Brailsford, did you see last night, Bama? I don't know if it was last night or the night before. Bama pulled his Fox out and pulled his truck in the garage.
I saw the truck, but when he left, he turned off his sound so we couldn't hear it. That's pretty sweet, Lucky.
Well, that's a boss through too. They're gonna remove the everything cat back, and I think they're just putting this on. This is a Roush race car. It's boom tubes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be loud and probably sound horrible, but I can't wait to see what it sounds like. I should be getting the inside scoop on it. Yeah, man, I tell you what, it's been so hard to find. Well, first off, the weather sucked, and having the freaking RV block my entire driveway sucked. But it's been hard to find time to do stuff right now. But the weather's clearing up, and I think it's gonna be a smidge easier here moving forward.
Jeez, I missed a whole bunch of comments up here. None of them for me, but that's all right.
Oh, we hit the 1 hour mark. We're down to 8. Looks like it's probably time to wrap this up and
Oh my God.
send everybody to the late
Pretty
night
soon
show.
it's going to be like, okay, we've hit the 23-minute mark. Looks like we're going to be starting later and later. And by within a month or two, you'll be starting at 9:30 your time.
I just want to get everybody over to the late night show. I don't want them to be
Oh,
late.
my
late
Lord.
night show.
The late night show.
The late night show goes away in the summertime, unfortunately.
Yeah. Which is not even the summertime, the springtime. It's coming up soon.
Springtime, yeah.
Yeah.
Victor, I think he does. I'm pretty sure. I'm just joking, small BS. We're still hanging out for a bit. I think he does still have it because it's still listed. I really want it, but I don't know. How long does it take to take down the Christmas decorations? Honestly, that's pretty quick. I can do that if I have everything I need, like the lift and all that, and I got all the boxes ready, and I had didn't have to worry about watching my kids. I could do it in 2 days, maybe a day, if I could dedicate the time to doing it.
Wow.
Putting it up takes forever. We're actually going to we're taking the kids to one of the Yogi Bear campgrounds because they've gone before and they love it. And we're doing it in July, and they do something called Christmas in July. And if I find out that they do a Christmas decorating contest, oh, you better believe I'm taking probably a quarter of my lights with me, and we're gonna deck out our campsite.
Oh, hell, take them all.
I wish. I'd be a little overtired. I gotta make sure I can still fit the dogs in the car.
Take them all and bring a big generator.
Oh, I will. I'm gonna bring a generator because I don't think that they're gonna have the fixture that I'm gonna need. I think it'd be hilarious. It would be hilarious. And I think it'd be a funny little video.
Jellystone Park.
There's a couple of them, and there's a bunch of them out there.
Are they called Jellystone or Yellowstone?
Jellystone was the park that Yogi Bear would harass humans at and steal their food.
Oh, I always thought it was.
Let's go get some picnic baskets.
Boo-boo.
But Yogi, the Rangers get mad.
My kids, you know what makes me happy? My son was really interested in it, and he sat down and watched a bunch of them. So a bunch of the modern. I don't like a lot of the modern cartoons, but my son found Bugs Bunny and the old school Tom and Jerry's on HBO, and he's been watching those.
As long as they're not edited.
Oh, they're not edited. I'll tell you that. I don't think they are.
Some of the ones on TV are. They take out death scenes where cartoons don't die, but where they get smashed or hurt, they take that out.
Well, and the ones that are on TV, I don't think you can see. I don't think you'll see Speedy Gonzalez or any of those guys on standard TV anymore.
Well, why not?
They're not super sensitive.
Oh.
Pretty much none of the old cartoons except for Tom and Jerry are non-super sensitive.
Well, let's see. You got Pepe Le Pew. He's not good.
I hear you, Stu Fest.
He's been canceled.
So wait,
what's up?
Somebody asked you a question earlier, and I don't know if I heard your answer. How long did you say it takes for you to get the Christmas ornaments done?
I could do it in 2 days or a day if I don't have to worry about my kids or help my wife with them, and I had everything ready. Here, oh God, I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
I can't do it. All right, if I don't have to worry about, I'm gonna. Man, I can't do it. I gotta sneeze. Anyways, yeah, I could do it. I could do it in probably about a day if I had everything.
So obviously they come down a lot faster than they go up.
Oh, it takes forever to put them up. And not only does it take forever, but each year it gets harder. Like my back suffers when those ground ones, the ones that have to put ground stakes in, those suck so bad. It hurts my back. I hate it. I'd much rather be on that crazy lift 40 feet in the air, putting lights on my house, than be bending over, putting the yard stakes in.
Yeah. I'd rather just not do any of it, so I don't.
Yeah, it promotes violence. Not only that, you got Yosemite Sam with his promoting other violence. And you know what? We don't want to talk about it on here because we don't want to get flagged.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. Yosemite Sam. Why? I'll see. All right. Foghorn Leghorn. There you go.
What's up, Jamie? Foghorn Leghorn. Dude. I love Looney Tunes. I watch all. Some of my favorite ones were we had on VHS. My parents had the wartime specials, all the ones that came out during World War II.
Oh, wow.
I love those.
Dude, the best one line from Foghorn Leghorn ever. I say, boy, you talk so much you're gonna get sunburn on your tongue.
It's doing it all wrong. Foghorn Leghorn was related to Colonel Sanders, I believe.
Oh my God. If that's the case, then Mr. Magoo is somewhere in that family.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Magoo.
Oh, dude, I got something pretty neat. Check this out. Hold on a second. I'll show you guys something cool I just bought. Not car related, but I think you guys might like it.
I think his garage is rather full. He's having to like skirt around things.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, mine's almost as bad as his, but not quite. But I've got a lot.
I say, boy, you was as sharp as a bowling ball.
I love Saturday morning cartoons, and for me, that really consisted of Looney Tunes.
Yeah, they were, Victor. Yes, they were. Still some Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah.
A little bit of Scooby-Doo.
All right, so some of you guys know what I do for a living. And my grandfather did the same thing. And I was on Marketplace one day, and randomly I decided to do a search for the name of my grandfather's ship, and some guy was selling this canteen, which is engraved to his is from his ship, which served during World War II and Korea, and he was on it during Korea. And I was like, and he was only wanting $20 for it. And I was like, I got to have it. He was located in Mississippi. And so I told him I'd pay for shipping. And here it is. I have this now. So I'm probably going to get my grandpa. I love like stuff like this. And so I'm probably going to have I'm going to have a Navy I love me wall kind of thing going on. Or like whenever I have a man cave finally. But I'm probably, when my grandfather's still here, I'm probably going to have him sign it or something and put it in my display. Pass it on to my kids. I thought it was cool. It's just a canteen, but that ship does not exist.
The old metal ones. I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink out of them anymore.
Yeah. I would not either.
There's made out of lead or something.
Could rinse a Simple Green and she's good to go.
Well, the funny thing is, so like the canteen's date stamped for 1945.
Yeah.
And the pouch it's in was date stamped for 1956. So this one's been around.
I'd say.
Hey, I got one for you.
What's up?
My uncle passed away a couple years ago, so he left me a picture that it was just a draw on a bear, Brian. Ain't no big deal. But I hung it in the shop. And the wind picked up one day and it knocked it off the wall. And I was like, well, I got to get another frame. So I pulled the paper out, and on behind it was my grandfather's graduation certificate.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So my grandma, so my grandfather met my grandmother. Okay, we're getting off topic here, but that's fine. I don't care. I love talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
my grandfather went to SUNY Maritime, and they have he's a merchant marine. It's a merchant marine academy kind of thing. And they have their own ship, and they'd sail all around the world over the summers to get their merchant mariner's license. He met my grandmother, who was a Danish citizen, in Copenhagen. They were together for a night. He proposed the next day, and they've been married for 66, 67 years, something like that. But my dad was going through some of my grandmother's stuff she had in storage, and he found a certificate for my great grandfather serving in the Danish military, like in the 1870s. It's crazy.
Huh.
So I appreciate that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of hoping like that gets like passed down to me and my kids, because I really like cherish that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Well, back then you didn't have to worry about Facebook, right? So back then, that could be seen as like romantic, whereas today you're a psychopath.
My grandfather from Michigan, the past, served in World War II as well. In the Army, though.
He was in the tail end of Korea, so he. It's funny because he went to college during Korea, and then he graduated right at the tail end of it, and he got a job for new shipbuilding, and then the Army's like, guess what? You're drafted, and he's like, no, I can go be an officer in the Navy, and so like the Army's like, you better have orders on my desk in the next, I don't know, week or whatever it was, and off he went to his ship.
I know my dad's father served in World War II in the Navy.
We haven't done it yet because it's kind of a big deal. We need to get it freaking done. My dad has the paperwork we have all the information required to be, I think it's Sons of the American Revolution or something like that. Because you have to apply for it and prove it. The date you date back to somebody who fought in the revolution. And we've got the paperwork and we just haven't done it yet. So we need to, it's not easy to do. So my dad needs to get on it and take care of that. Yeah, except for, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to pump the brakes on my comments.
So you're your dad's or grandfather served on ships, right?
Yeah, he was a chief engineer on a ARL, which was a repair ship.
Okay.
They had a bow that they would basically almost beach it, and the bow would open up with two doors.
Yeah.
Stuff would drive out.
I've seen those. Those are cool.
There's another. You just reminded me. There was something else I found that I'm waiting for the guy to reply to me, and maybe he did already. But there was a yearbook from 1953 there's 4 ARL ships, and I found it on eBay, and I was waiting for the guy to reply to me to see if they had my grandfather's picture in there. I sent him a picture, and the guy has not replied back yet.
You said something about that on somebody else's stream or in your stream last week. I would have thought you would have heard from him by now.
Yeah, let me check real quick.
Yeah. So no, my night motorhead. My grandfather served in the Navy, but he was on a B-17. He was was the crew chief, I believe.
On a B-17?
Yeah.
Man, I don't envy those guys.
No.
Later, Chip.
Those things are bullet magnets, is what they were.
They were, and he survived. He lived through the war. The war wasn't the problem. It was after the war and training where he died.
Oh, really?
On a training mission. Navigator made a slight mistake and flying low in heavy cloud cover, and they ran into a mountain.
Wow.
There's no radar on those old planes.
You said that was your who? Who was he?
My grandfather.
How old was he?
I don't remember. My dad was like had just been born a couple months beforehand.
Man, that's terrible.
Oh, actually, my dad may have been a couple years. No, he was young when that happened. So maybe a year or so old.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh well, no, he had to be his sister was the baby because he had to be 3 years old. So
Still.
because his sister had just been born right before that happened. That's my
Still.
aunt.
Still, man, your grandmother, man.
Never met her either. She was gone by the time my dad was 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I knew my great grandmother, and she was great. She lived to be 104, 103, 104, somewhere in there.
Dang.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. My aunt, one of my aunts, my mom's sister, she was my first salute. I'm sorry. Yeah, she was my she swore me in when I came in. She was a commander. And my uncle, who she's married to, was on the original SEAL Team 1 back in the day. And he was in Vietnam, and he got shot twice and went back over there and did more crazy stuff.
I do not envy him. Getting shot does not feel good.
Oh, I bet.
My sister-in-law that actually lives with me, she was born in Vietnam, and during the Vietnam War, she actually cooked food for the American troops.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, my uncle, so the one I'm talking about, he was a native Hawaiian, and so he was actually older than my aunt, but he was 5 or 6 when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor.
Ooh.
And he said all he remembers is his dad, because he was a native Hawaiian. His dad grabbed him and they threw him and his family in their houses. And like the men of the village he was in, they grabbed whatever they could take because they thought they were gonna have to fight people. Like they grabbed like garden hose and stuff like that, and they started charging towards the base because they said they thought they were gonna have to fight Japanese or invaders.
Was that like near Pearl Harbor itself, or?
Oh, he was there. Like that's where.
Right, because I know Kaneohe Bay actually on that side. Kaneohe got hit first, and then Schofield got hit before they ever got, because they came over the Kolikoli Pass when they did it.
Yeah.
And the barracks I was in, and our main division headquarters, not division, but our what is it? Not the division, but our regiment headquarters still had the bullets in the walls that were still there from then.
Yeah.
And I think all those buildings have finally been torn down because they became health hazards.
Yeah.
They couldn't fix them.
Well, you can still go to Ford Field and see the bullet holes.
Yeah. And I've been to the Arizona Memorial and all over Pearl Harbor. And it's eye opening, that's for sure.
It really is, man.
So is going to France, going to Normandy. Oh, that's an amazing place to go if you want to see some real, some eye-opening stuff.
You want to know a good channel? So I listen to this channel on my way to work and my way home pretty often. It's the American Veterans Center, where the guy just interviews veterans from any war. And there's some awesome ones where like a guy, there's some American soldier who like I can't remember the city in France, but like he was fighting over in France, and he basically was going to visit his buddy in the hospital there, and horrible fighting was going on in the city. He's visiting his buddy in the hospital. His buddy's like, "Hey man, go get me some beer." And the guy's like, "I'm not going to go risk my life to get you some beer." He's like, "Hey, come on, man, I'm in here. Go get me some beer." So the guy's like, "All right, I'll go." And he goes out, he finds an empty pub that's abandoned, and he's trying to look around for something to put the beer in, and all he had was his helmet. So he'd take his helmet off, he filled it with beer, and he goes back and he starts giving it to all the patients. And he ends up doing like 2 or 3 trips of this. And finally, like some like captain doctor saw him and is like, "Hey, what are you doing in here? Most of these guys have gut wounds. You're gonna kill them." And he like kicks them out of there. Well, he goes back for like one of the 60th or so anniversary celebrations, right? And he found out that like the city like found like he's a folk hero there, like he's an urban legend, and they named a beer. There's a beer named after him where like the bottle, the top of it is like a GI helmet.
Oh, that's cool. So where do you listen to this?
But I love listening to that channel.
What's that channel on?
It's on YouTube. It's American Veterans Center, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
Frank, I didn't get any video. All I got was, will you show this to Brailsford? No video came through.
American Veterans Center. Got about is it got the let's see. See if this is the right one. Is that the right one?
Hold on a sec. I think so. I mean, they got like several 100,000 subscribers.
239,000.
Yeah, that sounds right.
A little over 1,000 videos.
Yep. What's up, Milo? Milo, dude, I'm really bummed. Like, I was out camping with the family, but I'm really bummed I missed that event at the drag strip.
I am definitely going to check this out because I like listening to those old stories. I really do.
So speaking of camping with the family, how did your maiden voyage go?
I mean, it was fine. I filmed a video. I didn't do a video on the camping trip because I wanted to actually enjoy it. But I was in Myrtle Beach, Milo. I wouldn't have made it anyway. But I did do a video of like everything that all the hiccups the camper had when we got there. So like laps or some of the silicon shaking itself free on the first trip, right? Where I had to patch it up as soon as I got there. Issues we had with electronics, stuff like that. So I tell you what, man, those videos on that 2023 are like killing it. So the first one I did, it's getting plenty of views or it's generating revenue. So I'm gonna throw one in every now and then, and I'm gonna try to come back overwhelmingly with Mustang content because I'm not trying to push my base away, obviously. But I am trying to get the supercharger, so it's a way of making it happen a little faster.
Increase your base.
It's true.
Wow. Now that's just wild what these people do.
All right, hold on.
Uh-oh. Guys, I might have to end the stream. My infant is crying badly. I can hear it through the wall upstairs.
Negative, Frank. Still nothing.
And the wife has done this taken care of him a few times. So, guys, we're almost at an hour and a half. I do need to end this for family stuff, but I appreciate everybody hopping in here. Matt, I'm not going to throw you under the bus. You can do that plenty for yourself.
Everybody going to Sublimes.
Yeah, everybody. I'll talk to you later. I appreciate everybody, but I got to take care of my son.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
All right, be good.
Take care, Buster.